Hello channel, and welcome back to Norway, and we're in Tromsø. Man, I got a bit of a sort of epic flight lined up for us today. It's actually, I don't know, would it be fair to call this like sort of my favorite sort of my favorite area to fly in Norway? I do not think so. I think it's really great. We are, as some of you might see, we're in Tromsø in the Q400, my favorite plane, which I'm taking out for a final spin before prepared version 4 comes around. I'm afraid that there'll be a long wait before of a prepared version 4 will have, or the Q400 will support prepared version 4. It sounded from the developers of Joystick, it sounded like they were looking into it. It doesn't sound like they have been looking into how much time this will take, and I know that this does so much stuff outside of the actual SDK. It simulates the flight model, everything outside of the simulator, and injects it back in using Sim Connector or whatever. So I think this will be one of the more complicated planes to actually put back in the new sim. That said, I just love this plane, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might keep it around, even if so I might keep version 3 around just so I can fly this plane. But who knows? I'll have to see. I might. I have also been toying with the option of just sort of reinstalling absolutely everything on my computer. But anyway, so as for the epic flight, let me show you what the epic flight is going to be. It is a three-leg flight. So we're going to start off in Tromsø, and we're going to go to this tiny airport called Sørkjosen, which I've never visited before. And the way the weather is today, it's actually telling me that we're going to land up north this way, which is a crazy visual approach. So I think we're going to fly, it's all manual, all visual. So we're going to fly into Hestvik and then come down this area around here and make a final turn over the city and try and land. It's short as all hell too, so this is really crazy. From there we're gonna take off and go to Alta, which I have the Aerosoft scenery for Alta, Echo November Alpha Tango. It's a beautiful airport with an amazing approach over here, the mountains, but I think today's weather, well, as I said, it wants us to go this way. So what I'm gonna try and do is the RNAV approach into here. From there we are going to fly up to Orbx's Hammerfest, which is a spectacular piece of scenery. It's the northernmost city in Norway. I think they claim the world. It's really great. I absolutely love it. Also way too short for the Q400 really, but you can do it. I've done it before. So this is going to be fun. A big part of what makes this so sort of difficult is the planning. So I'm also planning to not sort of tank fuel, so I've been doing been working on the planning for this for a while right now. So we're taking off pretty much yeah, way up high. We're not taking off close to our max weight, but we're landing close to our max weight, fairly close anyway. And because we're tankering so much fuel, so when we arrive at Sørkjosen we will still have 2,538 kilograms of fuel in, and we're going to tank that on to Alta. We're going to start with 2,538 kilos of fuel, and we're going to arrive at Alta with 2,070 kilos of fuel. Now we're going to go from Alta, we're going to start with 2,070, no, sorry, that was the wrong thing. We're going to start from Alta. Yeah, we're going to start from Alta, we're going to start with 2070, we're going to arrive at 1672, which is still an hour extra worth of fuel, but I just wanted to bring enough fuel to do this. So, during this flight, we're going to also, the only thing that's going to change is the number of passengers and weight. So during this flight, we're going to do quite a bit of we're going to use the control panel quite a bit to change the fuel. So I thought I'd show you that. And on top of that, I also haven't calculated the speeds for the other airports. We're going to do that as well. So we're going to use RSM to calculate speeds once we get to the other airports. I have the first one set up, but the other ones we're going to do later. So let's start with this one. So I don't know if I've shown you the control panel for the Q400 before, but I will now. The weird thing about it, it's not as easy as say the PMDG, where you just type in the zero fuel weight. At least I don't know how to do that. You have to actually go in here and type in the different packs. And you have to adjust them. You have to sort of seat them in the seats. So we have 67 passengers now. We need to get down to 55. And you want to adjust them sort of regularly around the aircraft. The important thing is that you need some passengers in the front to open the emergency doors, and you need some in the back to open the emergency doors. The middle, you can pretty much do what you want. So I tend to work mostly around the middle. The other thing is most of the cargo gets put in the back, so I try to sort of keep it heavy on the front with the passengers. I put the passengers in the first two sections and not in the last two sections, mostly anyway, to try and sort of get it nicely balanced. 891 cargo. Takeoff fuel is 3006. Trip fuel 363. It's just so it can calculate the max landing and takeoff weights. What you want is those things to be within this box here. That means that it's within the trim envelope. So that's fine. So once you've done that, you can send that data to the flight sim. I usually just make sure that it works by checking in here, and you can see that it did this time because it's at 1500 feet. Okay. That is it. Open the things. I'm gonna request boarding. Oh, I'm so excited about prepared version 4, as you may also be, I'm assuming. I think it looks really great. I think it looks exactly like what we want. Yes, I'd want some more performance, but I think that's going to come. Yes, I'd want even better lighting, but I think that's going to come too. It's looking, to me, it's looking really, really awesome. Okay, so let's start by programming this FMS. So the nice thing is in here you can do the zero fuel weight. So zero fuel weight is 24123. 24123. And the release fuel is 3006. And then we have alternate is 330. The alternate is, you know, our next thing here. So I think that's, I don't know exactly how to do this properly, the multi-stage flying. This is how I do it. It's the best I can do. Final reserve 450. And the extra is 1718. Quite a lot. Flight plan, Echo, November. And menu departure. It will be departing runway 19. And we will follow the Italy to W, SID. I actually don't think there is a, oh, there is a direct, oh, there's an array M269 609 to Adapu, and from there it's NSR. But you know what, we're going to tweak that just ever so slightly. We're going to go to my charts here, which is not here, it's in my, so this is the chart, this is a visual chart. So I think we're going to go to, let's go to Hestweek, HTK. HTK, and then we can put in the airport, which is Echo November Sierra Romeo Echo Sierra Romeo. And the arrival is runway 33. And we're not going to do any sort of sit there because it's going to be purely visual. We are going to fly really quite not that high this time, only flight level 110. Because it's very short. It's also going to make this very difficult. Okay. In the interest of brevity, I'm not going to do all the checks this time. Because that would just simply take too long.
Echo November Tango Charlie Airport information Echo 0850 Zulu weather wind 281 at 15 visibility 10 sky condition few clouds at 600 ceiling 3200 broken temperature 5 dew point Echo November Tango Charlie Airport information Echo 0850 Zulu weather wind 296 at 15 visibility 10 sky condition few clouds at 6 Echo November Tango Charlie Airport information Echo 0850 Zulu weather wind 281 at 15.
It's not giving me that QNH. Okay, let's see here. 1005. Yeah, 1005. This is height can go to 0. MDA at this point can go to 1000 because that's going to be our acceleration altitude on the takeoff. To 1040, so being as accurate as we can. Yeah, circ fans. Turn on the red lights. Fasten seatbelt lights, no smoking lines. Landing can go to 0. And we can start up our APU. Get ready for pushback. It's pretty cool. I have the sound pack. Which, as you can tell, sounds pretty damn good. Okay, so we got that running. Turn on the bleed airs, main bus time. Turn off the external power, go down here and get rid of it fully. Data, services, GPU cancel. Check that we have gear pins. Yep. And go ahead and close the doors. That was different than what I expected. So we're taking a runway 1 instead, so that's kind of nice. Okay, well, go ahead and ask for pushback. No, we will not do it, and we'll do nose left.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed and brakes set.
Icing conditions. It is really far north. Down here in Oslo, it's super nice today. It's like 70s.
Right, Jack, this is Grand Crew. Stand by for pushback. Locking gear. Scandinavian 4414, wind 283 at 15, clear to land, runway 1. Clear to land, runway 1. Scandinavian 4414. Ground crew departure check is complete. Nose gear steering disconnected for push. Release parking brakes. Okay, here we go. All clear behind the aircraft.
It should be, I see there's a Scandinavian flight coming into land.
Start engines at your discretion. Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed and brakes set.
I really have to get this plane into version 4 ASAP. I think it's going to be amazing. I wish that when they do though, I'd really wish that they upgraded the lighting system for it, and also really want them to upgrade the textures. Just make it 4K textures. It's gonna look so good with 4K textures, this thing, because this isn't really 4K, is it? No, it's not. It's great looking, but the texture size leaves a lot to be desired. And when you upgrade GSX FS Dream Team, why don't you fix that stupid wheel thing? It just looks ridiculous when the wheels go all the wrong way.
Set parking brakes, please.
So cool. Reversers, everything. Ultimate Traffic 2 is pretty damn good, for being as old as it is. Quite impressed.
Unlocking gear. Nose wheel steering connected. Pins removed. Tow vehicle disconnected. Contact ground on 1183. Going to 1183. Scandinavian 4414.
Okay. Start off the leader and start engine 2.
Clear behind the aircraft, left and right. Taxiing to 823 via taxiway Delta Yankee. Scandinavian 441. We're clear behind the aircraft and we're safe to start engines.
want to use any electronic equipment, we would kindly ask you to contact
And
us first.
one.
For takeoff and landing, these devices must be switched off, and the cellular phones may not be used during the entire flight. We wish you a pleasant...
Never done this before. That's the first time doing a static camera. I thought it might be cool to do like a static camera when we're taking off here. Maybe I should have done it at a different time, but certainly it's not going fast.
May we have your attention to the International Safety
Okay.
Regulations. This aircraft has
Props to
6
full.
emergency exits. 2 exits are located in the front, 2 at the wings, and 2 at the back. They
Set
are
this to
marked
on.
with a sign. Illuminated escape path markings on the floor lead to these exits. Each seat is equipped with the safety belts. To fasten
Let's put it on terrain on my side, and we'll put weather on the other side. Yes.
to unfasten the seat
There we go.
lift the upper part
And we'll set nav source.
located under your seat and is sealed in a plastic bag.
Yeah, okay, sorry. Nav source to FMS1, nav source to FMS2. Now LNav, and we'll go IS mode 185. Just have that already set up.
So the life vest is properly adjusted. When leaving the aircraft, pull the threads tight.
And turn the nose wheel steering on.
Red tubes are located on both sides for floor
The taxi light on.
to the life vest. For more detailed information,
Pedos.
refer to the safety instruction card in a seat pocket in front of you. Thank you for your attention.
Windshield heat, side windshield heat, bleeds. Except min. And off main bus tie, turn the generator off, turn the power to the APU off. And that should be it. Off and reducing, yeah, flaps 5. Turn on the fuel pumps, feather, and oh yeah, anti-skid. I always keep forgetting anti-skid. I'm so used to flying with FS2 crew, and my first officer always turns on the anti-skid, so I keep forgetting. Yeah, see, it's still scanning. That's what you get for like trying to find a good camera angle instead of trying to fly properly. Oh well. So I'm going to taxi down to runway 01 and then just take off. It's going to be fairly simple. And one of my big questions is kind of how, what we're going to descend to, what I'm going to do for VNAV here. Like what's going to be the descent target once we press that NDB outside of Sørkjosen, but I've been thinking somewhere around 2,000 feet or something like that. Not 100% sure. So I put in the wind direction here, so the wind's going to come in from the left. I put that in the heading box, but you know, we're just going to sync it up now. So this is Aerosoft Trømsø. It's done by Johansen, the guy who's soon to release Trondheim, which looks to be amazing. This is a really, really good airport. I really like it. super hoping he's gonna go through and fix all these airports and update them for prepared version 4. I think he will. He mentioned updating his Oslo scenery on some sort of stream, so he's very into this. It seems like he's very into the whole scenery development thing, and so I'm hoping he'll follow through and update them and put in the dynamic lights and all that good stuff that we all have been waiting for so many years. Also hope he puts in some SODI animations to this one, because it's I want those moving passengers and all that jazz that he's making for Trondheim. It looks to be so cool. Okay, we're lined up. Let's turn on our transponder on Alt. Get rid of the gust lock. Landing lights. This one got white. And
cabin crew sees from departure.
once we've done that, into the chime, and we'll request IFO clearance, takeoff clearance.
Winter 72 at runway 1, ready for takeoff. Winter 72, clear for takeoff. Runway 1, wind 273 at 1.
Completely forgot to put in the speeds.
Proceed on course.
That's too funny. I make such a big deal of it, and
Clear for takeoff. Runway 1, maintain runway.
I always forget something.
Then proceed on course. Winter 72.
129, 130. I don't remember exactly, but I think it was something like this. 140, and I think it was 151 or something. One 130, 140, 140, 51. Wow, well, at least I remember all the numbers. Okay. Stable. Let's go. So as I'm running down the airport, I'm careful not to use my ailerons because it's connected to my I use the rudder to navigate basically, because my ailerons is connected to the ground steering. That's already airborne, and we're already above our climb pad. That's our acceleration altitude. Go ahead and retract the flaps, and we'll turn on the autopilot. So spring is slowly coming up north here too. You can see the snow melting away. Compared to last time we were here, there was much more snow. There's still snow everywhere, which I think is actually fairly accurate. It's we have ice. Okay, let's go ahead and put an alt cell. So let's try and figure out what how we're gonna do this VNAV thing here, because we're gonna pretty much start descending as soon as we get up. So that's the, let's see what they do for the localizer approach. For the localizer, they pass the HTK NDB at 3,100 feet. But as you can see, once they do that, they go out and then come back in like this. So why don't we aim for 2,500? And just let's make sure what they have as minimums here to 2,000 basically. Set minimums for 2,000 feet if we can't see the runway, and we're gonna just keep going to Alta. Yeah, okay, perhaps 900. I think we can even release the passengers for now. And zip the lens to norm.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your own safety, we instruct you to keep your seatbelt fastened during the entire flight. Please observe that this flight is a non-smoking flight.
There is also a localizer here, 109.3, but I don't think let's not use it at all. I don't think you should use it coming in from the south. So but I will tune the DME. NDB, I mean. You know what, let's tune the localizer there so we have the DME. So the localizer, VNAV to HTK, and we want to hit it at 2,500. So we're pretty much at top of the vent. Yeah, 2,500, and hit VNAV. VNAV armed. Props 850. Reset the trim. We might as well just keep the lights on all the way up, all the way down. And I'm just going to keep all these pumps on. Everything is too short to do anything about. Turn on the seatbelt lights again. Okay, so let's get serious. So when we get down here, past HTK, we're gonna aim across the bay at roughly south, I guess. saw across the bay, head for the bridge, go across the bridge, go down that fjord, follow the road over the city. There's a church. I think we're gonna try and make that our turn. Yeah, that's about it. Let's get the speed. Landing speed is 117. Flaps 35.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. For some lightning crews of flight cabin services begin. Some choice of flight meals and refreshments. If there's anything else you require, please ask your flight attendants for assistance. Once again, on behalf of the entire
Echo
flight
November Sierra Romeo traffic. Wind direction 2 is 14 miles west, 7,200 inbound to land. Runway 33. Echo November Sierra Romeo.
I'm gonna try and do the maneuver at roughly like 160, 150. So we're gonna do 160, and we're gonna do more or less at like 515. It's gonna be a lot, but it's needed. I'm gonna take the flaps out once we cross the HTK, then NDB. So as you can see, scenery is pretty magnificent. However, sort of cloudy and difficult. There's another plane up there. I've heard from a lot of people who I read it on the forums and stuff that these things are pretty much always open. The heater is on anyway, and they're, yeah. Cool, we are starting to get below. So if you can see, this is kind of where I'm pointing. This is where we want to go. So that'll probably be like a heading roughly like this once we pass the thing. Yeah. Beautiful. That's why the minimums are 2,000 feet, because there's this kind of stuff all around. Whoa, what happened to my clouds? That was kind of jarring. Okay, I'm going to switch to heading mode. Yeah, see, there's the bridge right ahead of us. think we can try and go ahead with this. So we're at 170 now, go flaps 5, props 1800, chime. And we'll take it all out, put it into manual. It's the gear horn. If you're wondering what it is that's yelling at us. I think that's the airport over there, but I might be wrong. I'm wrong. Ugh, man. The airport's down this valley. It's on the other side of this.
1,000.
And that's not good. No, okay, it is. So, okay, sorry. We're doing the right thing. We're going down here. It's Nordkjosen, which is down here. We're coming down this way. This is Nordkjosen, and that'll be Solkjosen, and then the airport's in here. Okay, sorry, I was confused. Oops, 15. Okay, so according to that, the airport's through here. These visual charts are hard, man. Like when you don't know the area, you haven't been there before. That'll be fine. This might turn into a bit of a mess, but I think it's correct. I think we have the airport directly above us. You see all these little islands here now. That makes sense. So we're gonna go through here. Oh look, beautiful mountains over there. Okay, and there's a river, yes. And there should be a church and a city. And there's the airport, yeah. So we'll flaps 35 now. And we'll slow down to our minimum speed. And we'll turn final and try and land this on Q, which would probably be very difficult. See if we can do it. It seems like I might be too high, but this thing likes to drop. If if you mismanage the speed, it hits you right back. Oh, too high. Yeah, that's what would be classified as a go around.
100, 50, 30, 10.
But not in my simulator. Full brakes, full reversers, and it's okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our final destination. Please remain seated with the seatbelts securely fastened until the aircraft has reached
Wow.
its parking position and the seatbelt sign has been switched off. Please continue to observe the non-smoking sign. On behalf of our airline, we would like to say goodbye to you now. It was a pleasure having you as our guests, and we look forward to welcoming you on one of our aircrafts again. Thank you and goodbye.
It certainly is an interesting approach. I wonder how many. I mean, it's something you have to know to get good at, I think. And I certainly did not know it, and I certainly did not do that very well. Fun though. Okay, so now comes our next leg. I'm a little sort of hesitant. I don't know if how much I'm gonna shut this down, but I will shut it down, I think. Just restart it. So this is airports in Norway, Sørkjosen, and as you can see, it's better than default. Not their best airport, I think, but pretty nice. I like what they do with the buildings. I mean, the buildings are reasonably accurate, actually, which is pretty impressive considering that they do this for free. I just googled pictures of this before I fired up the sim, and it looks pretty much like this. Oftentimes they have the text there too, just to sort of indicate for reals that they are. Serious. Okay, power, and we'll start up the APU. I should set this to red, honestly. Okay, AP is running, engines are off. So the first thing we can do is we'll come in here, and so onboard 2642. So we can close this, and we'll go to the next flight plan, which is EN80. So we are supposed to have 538. We have 2642, so that's perfect. But let's just adjust the passengers and stuff. So we'll just keep it the same as what we have. So I'll put in here 2642 because it does resend those items, even the ones you don't want to change. The trip fuel is, I can't believe it, it's actually the exact same. That's crazy. Cargo 1181 and passenger 68. So we can take this up to 20, we'll take this up to 18, and we'll take this up to 18. this to 24. And we'll take this down to 6. And we can press calculate, and lo and behold, we're within the trim envelope. So we can go ahead and send that to the sim. There we go. And the flight plan, to clear that out, we click the first one, we type in 99. Echo November Sierra Romeo. Accept. We will be departing runway 33. And we fly direct to Addons. Accept. And from Addons, yeah, we will fly Echo November Alpha Tango. Accept. Menu. Arrival. Arrival will be runway 11, I think. Yep. And we will do the Addons star. And for the runway, I think I want to do the. Let's figure out what we're gonna do here. Excited about the new charts app too. That seems really cool. So we want to do. I want to do one of the RNAVs. What? There's no RNAV approaches? Oh, there is. Just wow, look at that. That's the difference. But that's why you want these. That's why you need the subscription for the Eric data. So we're going to go RNAV. I do not know what these different things are. What on earth? Letdown? Okay, we're gonna do this one. That's pretty easy. So the RNAV GNS 11. So number 2 here, and we're gonna go, which is our. Let's see what the approach looks like. Yeah, we're gonna come from Badox, so we're gonna go to Ectox. Ectox is our transition. And we're gonna punch that in. And this time our (110) flight level 110. This is gonna be pretty much a repeat of last flight. Then let's get the speeds, which should be different. Takeoff. This is how you use RSIM. It's not free, but it's not expensive. So you should just get the. What am I doing? That's not correct. We are going to Echo November 0 Romeo. So just runway 33. Get weather, and our takeoff weight is going to be 28067. And we're probably going to do a flat 15 takeoff and top for shore. Okay, I think we're going to have to do M top. Wow, it's giving me a margin of minus 57 meters. Oops. I'm a little confuses me is that the M top and N top is the same. We're gonna try it, but we're gonna do an M top departure, and the V1 speed 118, 118, and what was the VR? The V2 speed, I mean, 118, 130, and 154. Let's go ahead and do the landing too while we're at it, because it's gonna be short, so we're not gonna have time to do it in air. We can do a flaps 15 landing, and our landing weight is gonna be 27704. 27704. Calculate, and that's 125 is going to be our approach speed, and 116 GA, and 153 is our climb speed. Okay, save. Okay, so 118. I forget, so I'm gonna look at this again. I have such a goldfish memory. I'm so surprised that I actually remembered the last one. 130154. Okay. Okay, there you go. I do not understand why it's giving me this weird fuel reading here. Okay, maybe it's because I haven't programmed the fuel. Two 642 anyway. Okay, 2642, the alternate is 241. The final star is 461. And the extra is 1326 plus 100, no, plus 90, so 1396 plus 90. I'm just gonna do it roughly 1416. Okay, that seems to have done the trick. Then we're gonna go over here, data. I'm gonna Crossville flood plant, Crossville fuel. Yeah, I'm gonna go DTO just to get it to load sort of the fuel plan. You see, like, so this one, the flight plan, is already heading to the next one. This one wasn't, and I don't know why that is, but that is the way it is. Okay, I think that's what we need to do to get started, so let's get started. cool. See here, it has static cameras for the different parking spots. And oh, that's so neat, man. That is so neat. That's pretty easy once it's got everything scanned in, huh? Okay, engine 1. Add the fuel. Yeah, I need to add this to somehow my shortcuts. I don't think I have already. But yeah, so this is where we're gonna take off. That's fun. It's pretty nice. See, they add little boats and little neat touches like that. They really do a good job, the airports in Norway guys. Whoa. Nice and short airport, huh? Okay, we'll go ahead and set them up to max. Turn on the pitos again. Okay, they're stable. We'll turn off the generator, turn off the APU, turn off the main bus tie, turn on the blades. Yeah, I never forgot to trim it because I know that's going to be needed. No fuel steering, trims, pumps, flat 15. And we are taxiing. Once we get down to the airport, the end of the airport, I'm gonna remember to set this to M top. M top. When we do M top, we're going to turn off the bleeds for takeoff actually. And yeah. Now source, we are going to go, yeah, heading select. And so the nose should almost go over the line, then you go whack it all the way over. That's how you get as close to the edge as possible. Okay. So, turn off the bleeds. Set it to M top, and remember to adjust the trim because the trim always changes when you land. Actually, trim back a little bit here. Yeah, the IS speed, let's set that to 185. Yeah, setting the direction, setting the heading level, sort of pointing out the fjord. Exterior lights can go white, position lights can go on, flat flare lights can go on. Speedos, taxis, everything. It's good to go. M-top, set checked. Push the throttles all the way forwards. And release. Off we go. See if that minus 56 meters is correct or not. So 80 knots, halfway down the runway. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Give it. Rotate. We're off. We made it. To left turn. Positive rate, gear up. Acceleration altitude. Let's be fry. Track the flaps. That's our climb speed right there. Once we cross 3,000 feet, I'm gonna do a left turn. There's an autopilot and Alta. Whew. That was exciting. It's back on too. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so yeah, we have to wait. That's the thing that's one of the things that kind of annoy me about the dash is that you have to wait until you get up to cruise altitude to calculate the V-speed. You do it before you get to your cruising altitude, then everything just sort of it's messed up. You won't be able to input it into the FMS. And for short flights like this, that's really difficult because you don't really have time to mess around with it. Wow, but talking about time, let's set up the rest of this. So we have an approach speed of 116. And go around 125. Good. Coming up on our top of climb. So let's go to the charts and figure out how to do this. What we want is to be at Ogdal above at 5,000 feet. So I think actually what we can do here, we can delete this and we'll go to VNav. Wait for us to hit 11,000 feet here. Turn on the ice. Okay, so we're getting ice again. There we go. And let's just fix up the trim. Ogdal, 5,000 feet. And we're 18 miles away from our top descent. It's not so bad because we don't have to. It's not as rushed as last time. So let's see if I can. Let's see. So I'm not so good at the RNAV approaches. I haven't done that so much, but you have to enter the RNAV into the FMS, which we did when we programmed it, and we have to set the altitude, which is 5,000 feet, into the FMS. Engage VNav. Once we start descending, which we can also do at this point, we can go to nav and we will get a message here. Now once we get the message, we will be able to activate the approach, and then we can arm the approach up here too. That's kind of more or less how this is supposed to work. You see this activate approach thing here? That's what we're gonna press. Yeah. Yeah, we need to set the MDA. The MDA is 920. Very cloudy. So beautiful up here. It's funny how I kind of make that comment even though I can't see anything, but I just know how pretty it is underneath. It's a very nice place to be flying. So we started our descent, and I was a little lax. When you're behind on the throttles, the speed kind of gets away from you very quickly, and it doesn't slow down well. runway 29er. Man. I don't understand. I don't understand active sky sometimes. What is wrong with you? Has it really changed? For 0. I don't know. Maybe it's PFPX that's just messing with me. But whatever. I'm doing the 11. I want to do the 11. I want to do the RNAV now that it's already set up. So this is what I always mess up in this, because I don't know when to press this, and when to press this. But I think since we're now about to get into, this is where the start of the RNAV. I think we go activate approach, and I think we go approach. Could be wrong. Looks like I'm wrong. It's doing something. It's capturing something. Yeah, so I think this is correct. You press activate here, and then you press approach up here, and it goes ahead and it tries to capture. So now I can set this down to our minimum, which was 900, right? 920, yeah. Cool. I think we did it. I think that's it. Turn on the landing lights, and we'll send the passengers back to their seats. What else are we gonna do here? Try and slow down, because we're going very fast. Also because of the tailwind. And to go below 200 feet, so we can 200 knots, so we can get the landing gear out. Otherwise, we're not gonna be able to slow down. Turn on the pumps. Okay. It's gonna do a reduced NP landing, but I don't think that's gonna get us to the speed that we want. Flaps 5. Gotta move gear down. that slows us down nicely. Flaps 15. That's a pretty cool approach. Even this way, the other way is even cooler because you fly like right above the mountains and you follow these cool sort of rabbit lights around the mountaintops here, and you come in below. But this is also nice because you go by this nice little hill here. It has an antenna on top of it. I am so looking forward to prepared version 4. Look at this blurry mess. I'm so looking forward to getting that, to having that be a thing in the past. I think it's going to look stunning. The critics, the people who say that it doesn't look that good, they're ridiculous to me. That it looks really good to me. It looks like the best that you can get in prepared, but just at all times. No issues, no low LOD radius, no nothing. Just the goodness. So 116, I guess it wants us to. We're coming up on the minimums here, so we're about to disengage. This looks very safe. I'm gonna do a landing at 116, so we're gonna do 136 as our new reference speed since we're still getting icing.
1,000.
Those minimums. Flip it out of autopilot. Try not to do too much to it. This might be one of the fastest landings I've done in this plane. I'm doing what I'm always doing, is I get confused by the displaced thresholds and I get low. I'm not so worried about the stall horn because that's just the increased ref speed, the icing, the increased ref speed for the icing button that's making the stall horn go off. We're not stalling.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
That was nice. I didn't do what my instincts tell me to do and cut the power once I get low here. I just stayed on the power and flared gently with the elevators at the end there. It really did work.
You are not cleared to land. Clear the runway. Winner 72. Welcome to Alta. Contact ground on 1181. 118.1. Winner 72.
So this is a really beautiful airport. This is great. Like, this is a great airport to get. If you like to fly the PNDG, I'd actually really recommend getting Tromsø and Alta. They are perfect. They're really fun to fly between. Short flight, like 40 minutes, 30 minutes, and very active. Really interesting approaches, both directions, both airports. Really fun. If you like flying the Q400, I also recommend getting Hammerfest, which we're just going to, which is also amazing. But Alta is great. The other approach that you can do into Alta, I have other videos of it on my channel, is fantastic as well. It's kind of like a mini Kitehack. You really, you just follow these rabbit lights over the mountains, and it's like a Samos actually, more like Samos than Kitehack. Very turn all the way to base, all the way to final. Very fun. And this was cool. I love this. This is also Hugh Erlandson who developed this. He's a really good developer. He does a really good job. Lots of detail, lots of animations and fun things going on. Beautiful textures. Look at the asphalt. The ground texture is great.
Alta ground, wind over 72, request taxi to the gate. Wind over 72, taxi to gate 20 via taxiway Charlie. Taxiing to gate 20 via taxiway Charlie. Wind over 72.
Nice and close. I'm excited to see how that went. That was pretty good parking. I just have to wait for the engines to cool down. Turn off the fuel pumps and the auto feather. Yeah, I should have done that earlier. Do it properly this time. Wonder if we get a dance. Very good parking. No, no dance. But that's still, I'm happy with that. That's pretty cool. And we can request deboarding. Yeah, I just want to show you around this this airport because it's pretty sweet. Yeah, this is gate 20. This is sweet. I really like this, man. Gate 24. There's no other aircraft up here, but whatever. He does a really good job. Internal modeling, lots of guests, passengers, I guess is what you call them, right? Animated passengers too. Some taxi lights still on that That's not cool. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do now. We're gonna see how much we have left on board. We have 225 left on board. So we're gonna close that one and go to our final flight. So we have 225 left on board, which is 205 more than we need, right? So let's go in first. Let's put in the things here. So for this next flight, we want 60 passengers. So we'll just take this down 8. So we'll go down to 16 here. And we want 1533 of cargo. Whoa. A lot of cargo. And our takeoff fuel, I want that to be what it is, which is 2275. And our trip fuel is going to be 293. Plenty of fuel. Yeah, that's within the calculus here, so we're gonna go ahead and send it to the sim. The first thing we're gonna do is actually the first thing we're gonna do is go in here, press 99. And then we're gonna go and press fuel. Fuel. And what was it that we sent up there? 2275. So, okay. 2275. The alternate is 279. The final reserve is 452. And the extra is 901 plus what was it that we said? 205, so that's 1106. Cool. Our zero fuel weight for this flight is 25163. So gaining weight. Our flight plan: Echo November Alpha Tango. Except, and I think since we were told to, we're going to take off runway 29. Departure runway 29, and our SID is the Call Me 1B. Send that to the flight plan. I think we're just going straight from SID to star here, and yeah, so next one is Echo November Hotel Foxtrot Hammerfest. This is an awesome scenery, so good looking. And we're gonna arrive let's see my active sky stats, because I'm so sick of it giving me the wrong thing. Hammerfest 270, so not runway 05. Okay, so runway 23 then, which is cool. That's a great approach too. So, and our approach let's see, is it in here? Echo November Hotel Foxtrot. Nope. So we need to go to our friend Google. Avinode, which has all the charts. So let's see what we're gonna do. Runway 27, we can do the lock. What is a GLS? Oh. It's got a glide slope of 3.9. That's a really steep glide slope. I didn't really know that. It's a little better. 3. I really don't know what a GLS is. It sounds kind of like an ILS, doesn't it? Sounds like an ILS, kind of. like that's how I interpret it. We'll try the GLS approach. I've never even heard of that. And the standard arrival for runway 23. So yeah, so we're coming for, so it's Oddwood. That's gonna be our transition point. I send that to the flight plan. We're just gonna go ahead and delete that. I think this is what there's these new approaches that they've been doing in Norway. I know that are kind of like mixtures of ground-based information and GPS information. So it's kind of like a mixture. They're called, and I think they're called GBAS or something, GBAS system. I wonder if this is actually one of those, if that's what's in here. Could be. Interesting. Okay, flight level 8. Whoa. That's not very high at all. Let's go to Orison and get our speeds and keep it up here. Runway 29. Get conditions. Takeoff weight. 27163. Actually, it's 27363 because there's 200 extra kilos on board here. And we're gonna do a flap 5. Yeah, plenty margin. So that's 115, 115, 116, 129, 153. Then let's go landing. Echo November Hotel Foxtrot, Hammerfest. And we're gonna run runway 23. We're gonna get the conditions, and our landing weight will be 26870. Definitely be flaps 35. And it'll be 118. 96 meters of margin. Let's put in the go around speed, which is 141, and we'll save this. I am goldfish. 115, 116, 129. MDA 1020. Yeah.
flight deck, this is ground crew, stand by for pushback. Locking gear.
Set the altitude up a little bit because Hammerfest is kind of on a little plateau above the city. Probably about 100 feet.
Ground crew departure check is complete. Nose gear steering disconnected for push. Release parking brakes. Okay, here we go. All clear behind the aircraft. Safe to start engines at your discretion.
All engines clear. Start that wheel.
Chaseplane really is amazing. GSX has some bugs. This is one of the sort of groundbreaking features of this this thing. It's actually the digital clock. I guess that's very uncommon. Shouldn't we stop at this point, GSX?
Set parking brakes, please. Unlocking gear. Nose wheel steering connected. Fins removed. Tow vehicle disconnected.
Okay. Let's start engine 1. Set the fuel.
Clear behind the aircraft, left and right.
It's gonna be a pretty short taxi though, that's pretty nice. Oh, it's actually not. Sorry, I'm completely thinking backwards. I got us, I pushed us back the wrong way. Oh well. Wheel steering. gonna just do a 360 or 180 here.
Alta ground, wind over 72, wind Zulu, request taxi for takeoff, north, departure. Wind over 72, taxi 2 and hold short of runway 29, using taxiway Charlie, runway 11, Delta, Echo, runway 11. Contact tower on 120.4 when ready. Taxiing hold short, runway 29er, via taxiway Charlie, runway 11, Delta, Echo, runway 11, wind over 72.
Try and set up yeah, so I'm gonna try and set up the camera here that will track the aircraft, because that's the plan. Okay, so speeds are set. FMS programmed. Barrow is set. MDA set. Acceleration altitude set. Okay. Let's just see that I have everything set correctly. Trim. Sweet. Trim can go back in. That's good. Okay, let's just do a flow. Generator off. Bleeds on, men. These are on. Windshield heat's on. Landing lights can come on. Taxi light can come off. I mean, normally that's kind of on anyway. Okay. Transponders on. Good to go. It's not giving me the request takeoff option. I know that the runway here is done with SODI, so it could be that we're just not in. Yeah, here we go.
Alta Tower, wind over 72, ready for north departure at runway 29er. Wind over 72, takeoff, runway 29er, 320. Cleared for takeoff, runway 29er, maintain runway heading 500.
Let's just get this going and then we'll switch to the takeoff camera and see how that looks. Yeah, oh, gust lock. Perfect. Takeoff camera. So obviously I can't see the speeds, which is kind of a problem.
Wind 72, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Very cool. Huh? That looks pretty great. I'm gonna do that more. That's fun. Retract the flaps because we're above free fry. Beautiful. And just follow the flight director. Outsell, and we'll go to autopilot, and we can turn off the pumps and the auto feather and stuff. That is probably not needed. All we need to do is get to the charts and figure out how to do this. This Gls Approach. That's gonna be something. One 12.6 it says. I don't know what that means, but we'll find out. It says something about decision height 400 feet. I really should study up what this means, but you know, fun to try something new. Take the MDA, we'll just take that all the way down. And we will go ahead and we will, okay, so that's our cruise altitude. 118 is our speed. And it was 151, was it? Yeah, 151. Let's go around. Let's see, and then let's see what we can do in terms of, so MAPUB 3000 is basically what we're aiming for here. What? MAPUB 3000? too fast because we're under 10,000 feet. Does not want to slow down. There we go. Yeah, turn off the landing lights. We're not landing at the moment, even though we're below 10,000 feet. Please go to max. Yeah, so I don't know how to do this, but you know, the way we're going to do it is we are going to go follow this around basically, and use the LNAV as kind of our guidance. At the final moment, if something goes wrong, we're just going to fly down the heading, which is going to be 225, and we are going to fly a V speed of 900, something like that. Once we pass this HF 402 point, which is this point, it's kind of like halfway down the descent. So here, once we pass that, we're gonna just keep going at IS 105 if that's what we can do. I am going to, though, before that happens, if this is some sort of ILS thing. So I'm going to set this up to 225. Which it kind of seems like it wouldn't be. Okay, so that's in. I'm also gonna just turn up the volume on the VOR thing here and see if we can actually hear it. What else do we have in terms of nav aids here? Not a lot. So this is a truly interesting airport to land at. It has a curved runway. First of all, yeah, it has a curved runway first of all, and it's got a real sort of dip in the middle. This kind of helps though when it's so short. It's really short. It has a mountain to its right and the city to its left. It's right at the end of the sort of the Arctic Ocean, so it's really windy and bad weather most of the time. You see this overcast, right? It's it's pretty bad. Oh yeah, I forgot to turn on the weather radar. It's beautiful. It's so well done. This is made by Finny, the guy who made Notodden, Finny Hansen or something. It's just a stunning scenery. It's released by Orbx. It's probably I think well, no one, I don't think anyone really can disagree with the fact that Innsbruck scenery from Orbx was just truly something special. But so is Narvik. Narvik I also think is probably number 2, and then this Hammerfest is number 3 for me. All sceneries, it's just amazing. It's just absolutely amazing. Really beautiful, and it's such a cool setting too. It's just really different, which is nice. But it's not so far away from things that you can't go there, like those ones in Greenland and stuff. Like, I don't know. It's cool to have an airport in Greenland, but at the same time, what are you gonna do with it? It's in Greenland. You're not gonna go there, you know. There's some bad weather too coming towards us, or oh, it's actually gone away from us. Okay, we'll engage, we'll set the altitude now up to 3,000 feet, and we'll push the VNAV. Have to manage the speed here, it's not doing a good job of doing that. Give them about like a minute to go to the bathroom. Yeah, so you see here, it's under here, arm approach. So we will do that. We'll do the same thing as we just did. Actually, we'll arm the approach in here and then press approach here once we get around the corner. We're now in Finnmark. We're in a different part of Norway called Finnmark. We've been actually since we left Tromsø. More or less, it's really far north and very different, very sparsely populated and vegetated, but I think quite different, unique. So we're about to hit our top of descent, and this time I'm not going to make the mistake that I did last time. I am going to just reduce the throttle straight away, turn on the approach flare lights, turn on the seatbelt lights again. Heaters can stay on, obviously. Can't believe I forgot to turn on my position lights. I think we're gonna actually, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna just really try and drop the speed here because it's a steep approach. Flaps 5. I'm gonna go gear down. flaps 15. Oh, sorry, I didn't see that. At this point, I'm gonna arm the approach, and I'm gonna arm the approach. Turn on the pumps, the fuel pumps, the auto feather, and go to flaps 15 now that we're below 170. Flaps 35. Add a bit of power so that we don't stall. Not sure if it's actually doing the right thing, but I am doing what I'm doing. It's pretty horrid weather. We are going along the correct heading. We are on speed, and we are following a descent rate of about 900 feet per minute, which is what the chart told us. It for autopilot. I am actually going to fly this down more or less manually then. Use the approach information. I'm going to use the flight director until we get to our decision height of 400. Wait. I lost it. Oh, it'd be a shame if we couldn't land here.
Minimum.
Ahoi. There we are.
Too low. Flaps.
Okay, just if you can stop freezing on me. Oh.
Pull up.
That was bad.
Too low. Flaps. Too low. Flaps. Too low. Flaps.
Okay, I think we're gonna try and do this anyway. I was gonna say this looks like a go around. I mean, it does, but you know, what can you do? So flaps 35 landing. Hard again. full reversers. Brakes, 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 brakes. And I think we did it. Actually pretty happy with that. That was, the weather here was horrible. Horrible. All things considering, that wasn't half bad, I think. Yeah, so this is Finnish Hammerfest. He modeled the whole city, which is, I think, why it's so spectacular. You know, you got all these buildings up here, you got the power lines coming in over the mountain. All the houses are modeled perfectly, they're not just autogen. Beautiful. Very cool airport. I do seem to have scenery issues here again. Double buildings. Oh my goodness. I feel like I've corrected this 100 times. Take a look at my other Hammerfest video, you can see what it really looks like. I have Airport of Norway's Hammerfest here, messing up the real scenery. See the bottom white box, that's the Airports of Norway one, and the big grey box on top, that's Finny's beautiful one. You even see the tail end of a aircraft here running below me. Okay, so but what I will do here, because I really do want to, is run a replay, and see, this is what the approach actually looks like. Coming over the mountains like this. I'll see, here's an issue, because it's this is the part where we're correcting like crazy to get down. Our real pilot would have aborted because, you know, we were below minimums. A little bounce there, you know. Yeah, man, it's too bad I got the double things going on. It's you have to trust me, it's really stunning. It's worth every single penny. You just have to make sure you install it properly, which I had. I just think I'll reinstall things later and I forgot to fix it, you know. Beautiful. I think it's a really fun place to fly the Q400 into. I know they don't fly them here in real life, but you know, honestly, I really do think it's fun. So yeah, I am excited about prepared version 4. Like, to get this with sharp textures all the way to the end, that's going to be amazing. Look at this. It's as cool as it gets. I also like this refinery, is pretty fun. If you like to fly choppers, it's also a great little scenery because they have this oil refinery island out here with these cool flames coming off the towers. It's very cool. I hope Finney updates this too, so these would be dynamic lights. That would be so awesome. But yeah, there's you can land your helicopter on top of this building over here. Seems very cumbersome to put this on an island, but I guess they probably run a ferry. So as you can see, it's pretty spectacular scenery, but you know, you also see the difference. Like this here is what bothers me about prepared. Lighting looks great. Land class, of course, isn't perfect, but it's okay. But this here really bothers me. This breaks the immersion, and this seems to have been fixed in prepared version 4. So I am so excited to get my hands on that. So excited. I mean, there's all these other things I wish that was in there. Like, I wish the lighting was even better, but it looks like a huge improvement. And I'm not saying no to a huge improvement at this point. Well, anyway, that was a really cool flight. This is pretty much from some of my favorite airports. And honestly, I think if you're into flight sim at all, these are things you almost need to get. They're so good. They really are so good. Seriously, let's go get the GPU at this point. They're great fun to fly into. Alta's great for the 737 for the NGX. This one's fantastic for the Q400. Tromsø is great for all of them. They really are really good airports to get. I recommend anyone to get them. They are that good. Yeah, okay, I forgot to park properly here, but whatever. Anyways, thanks for watching, you guys, and join back next time. We're getting close to the end of the Norway tour, and I've started the Pacific Northwest tour, but I will definitely finish this before we do anything else. Whoa, Inception. That's it. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye bye.